Anthropology is a really interesting discipline because it really focuses on context and not just what's happening, but what are the forces behind it. So when you're looking in the field and you're trying to find objective, qualitative knowledge, you're also taking into account like the lived human experiences. My name is Jackie Reznikoff, and the title of my project is I'm Just Third World, Right? Intersubjectivity and Competing Narratives in Belize Tourism. I first went to Belize with an anthropology class studying archaeology at the Mayan sites. And so I was sort of a tourist myself. And then later, through the anthropology classes that I was taking, I started to think about tourism through the lens of the post-colonial social structures and how Belize, as a country that was under British colonial rule for so long, was experiencing the ramifications of that period. And tourism then kind of seemed to me as sort of a neo-colonial experience with a foreign person coming in and using some of the resources, and because of the power inequalities, sort of demanding a certain type of response that the local is then sort of forced through economic resources to provide to them. So I sort of took some of those ideas and rolled it into a larger project. One of my most memorable experiences was I was sitting outside reading on my iPad, and there were these three little kids that I would always see around, and one of the little girls was like 5, and she was ethnically Mayan, and she would make and sell traditional jewelry on the beach to tourists to raise money to buy school supplies for the year. So I was talking to her, and I was of course buying jewelry because she was a great salesperson, and she was so intrigued by my iPad, and she had never seen one before. And she was like, "Oh, what do you do with that?" So I was showing it to her, and she was playing around with it, and she discovered the camera, and she was like, "Oh, can I play with this?" And I was like, "Sure." So she ran around for like an hour taking pictures of everything, like her friends, her family, and then she discovered the selfie function and took like 100 pictures of herself. And I loved those pictures, and I still have all of them saved, and I use some of them in my project too. The Lemelson program was a really integral part of my undergraduate experience. It really gives you an amazing opportunity to learn how to manage a project, how to design a project, how to come up with research questions, to do all the background research, get IRB funding, meet with faculty and individually and gain from their experiences, and then go into the field and actually do your own research. And then after that, trying to go through all this data that you have and come up with meaningful conclusions from it.